Hello. Well, today I want to share some information with you. Number one, I promise I'm not going to try to recruit you in any business. I'm not going to be talking about any opportunities or any products. The only thing I like to do, I would like to share a secret of success in a network marketing business or how to become a master inviter. In my previous company, I built an organization in 6 months, over 100,000 distributors. But before I continue, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mikhail Livshitz. You can just call me Mike or Mikhail, it doesn't really matter. I usually say, call me any way you like it, just don't call me late for dinner. You can hear my voice, it's probably funny. Well, English is my second language, and I was born in Riga, Latvia, which was a part of Russia before, former Soviet Union. And I came to America in January 1980, and in my opinion, this was one of the best decisions I ever made. To be honest with you, one of my goals, I would like to make so much money, so I'd be able to afford to buy one-way ticket to the country of their choice, anybody who doesn't like in America, if they promise they're gonna drop the rights to come back to the United States. Because always remember, United States is the best country in the world. I know because I lived elsewhere. But this is another story. I've been in the jewelry business probably for over 30 years, about 30 years. I used to own 2 jewelry stores in Philadelphia, and I used to own a medical equipment company in New York for about 4 years. So I've always been working hard. And all this time, I've been doing network marketing. Actually, I joined my first company in the summer of 1980. So you can see it's almost 33 years. And, you know, like they say, I've been around. It was time when I made no money, only spending, and then was time I made a lot of money. And this is what I want to talk to you about. Not how much money I made, it's irrelevant. I want to talk to you about how to become that guy we only talk about, you know, everybody know a story about somebody who made a lot of money, and why some people can make $20,000 amounts in the network marketing, and then somebody cannot make even that kind of money a year. Well, I'm sure you all agree with me. If you're gonna learn, or if you'll know the secret how to become a master inviter, you will be at the top of the game. I want to tell you a story. This has happened to me a long time ago. I was in this one company, and I've been working very hard and just couldn't sign anybody up. You know, I'm a salesman, so I don't have a problem to talk to people and sell stuff. And everybody I've been talking to, I guess nobody took me seriously. I mean, I understood that later. And one time, 5 months later, after I joined that particular company, and I couldn't recruit anybody. Probably most of you guys, you already quit. Well, I did not. I've been a fighter all my life. So I go and approach a very good friend of mine who did really well. In our community, people used to say, if you touch this guy, some money gonna come over you. That's how successful he is. Well, to make a story short, I approached him, I did a great presentation, that's what I thought. He listened to me very careful, and after I end my invitation, my presentation, he just told me, you know, Mikhail, this is not really good for me. I don't even think it's good for you. If you're trying to start a business and if you need some money, we can talk about it, I'll help you. So he actually was trying to help me, but to do something else. And this was like a knife in my heart. Because I thought if I'm gonna recruit this guy, all my life gonna change. Anyway, the same week, I went to one of our trainings, and that's actually one of the reasons it's so important to participate in all conference calls and in all trainings the company has to offer, whatever company you are with. So I went to our training, and I was talking to one of my sponsors, and he's asked me, so Michael, so tell me what's going on? And I said, you know, I was talking to a very good friend of mine, and I described who this guy is, and he put me down. So my sponsor listened to me very carefully, and then he said, Mikhail, if your friend so successful. Excuse my French, why the hell are you trying to recruit him in a business? And for a moment, I got lost because I didn't understand. I mean, that's what it's all about. Anybody in the network marketing knows if you're talking to successful people, that's who we're looking for. And then he said something like that, why are you trying to recruit somebody who is so successful? And then, 10 seconds later, he said, you should ask for his opinion. Man, this is strike me like a ton of brick over my head. You see, I've been listening to conference call every week, very often. Even now, after being in the business for over 30 years and made pretty good money, which probably only 3% of people in the network marketing making it. And I heard this kind of presentation so many times about inviting based on opinions, and I just didn't get it. But when he told me, it finally got to me. And I'll explain to you why, but let me finish my story. I came home, and I got all my courage together. It took me about a week, and I called my friend. And this is what I told him pretty much. I said, do you remember a week ago I spoke to you about the opportunity which I thought is a very good opportunity for me, because I thought finally I'm going to be able to make good money. But after talking to you, I got a second thought. Can you please do me a favor? Listen to this opportunity from the expert and tell me honestly, this is a good business for me. Am I going to make money? And he said, Mikhail, no problem. Well, a couple days later, we had an opportunity meeting in Philadelphia. So I brought him to an opportunity meeting. I introduced him to the speaker, who was pretty much the same distributor like I was. He didn't know more or less. And the funny thing was, he told him exactly the same thing. And I thought, this is it, he's not going to sign up. He's not going to give me a good opinion. Well, guess what? He not just told me it's a great company, he became my first distributor in the company. 3 years later. This is the company when I did not recruit anybody for the first 5 months. 3 years later, my check went up to $25,000 a month. And I understood what happened. And this is the information I would like to share with you. Now, I want to make sure everybody understands, and most of you probably already do. Network marketing, it's so simple. Most of the people, I mean the success in our business, so simple, but most of the people never pay attention. And that's the reason I pay attention, because it's simple. Now, it is not easy, but it's very simple. And if you follow it step by step, from the beginning, I mean, you will never look back. I was thinking about this for a long time. I mean, why? What happened? Why? I told him one thing, he didn't sign up, he even put me down, to be honest, he put the business down. And then somebody else tell him exactly the same, and he not just said, okay, he joined the business himself. You see, all of us, you, me, all of us together, we have a like circle of influence. We know some people. Some people know more, some people know less, but we all know somebody. Unfortunately, not always they take us seriously, and I'll give you an example. When I was talking to my friend who is a very successful businessman, I mean, this guy, at the time I was talking to him, he was already making in his business, it's not network marketing, in his business, he was making about $1 million a year. I mean, I never saw this kind of money a year. So when I talked to him about a business opportunity, and he knows me as a jeweler, because I was in the jewelry business, like I told you before, for about 30 years. So if I would talk about diamonds, gold, emeralds, sapphires, whatever, watches, he will listen to me very carefully because he knows I am an expert. But now I'm talking to him about the business opportunity, about the product. At that case was a health product. He didn't take me seriously, not because he does not respect me. He just knows I'm a jeweler. So in other words, everything I told him went right by his ears. But when I brought him to an opportunity meeting, and I asked him for his opinion, and I introduced the speaker as a very successful businessman and very successful network marketer, he listened to him very careful. And what he didn't hear from me, he heard from him. And then probably in his back mind, he realized, he probably said, wow, Mikhail stumbled on something good. Maybe I should get involved. And the rest is history. Guys, always remember, everybody, and I'm sure you agree with me, everybody likes to give an opinions about everything. And usually those people who like to give an opinions, they give an opinions about things they know nothing about. I guess this is just our ego. I don't know how you call it, maybe it's a law of universe. But this is just the way it is. So we can, in network marketing, we can use it for our advantage. One of the best invite I ever had, invite based on opinion. And that's how I build my business. Guys, in 6 months, I build an organization. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm sorry. I do have an ego too. And I want to show off a little. I built an organization in 6 months, over 100,000 distributors. I made so much money, I never saw it before in my life. And you know what? I don't even have a high school diploma. What it means, all of you can do much, much better than I did if you just follow simple system, which I'm sharing with you for free. And I'm not even trying to recruit you anywhere. This is what you do. Very simple. The first thing you must do, you take a piece of paper and a pen and write down everybody you know, name and a phone number. And I'm sure you already heard it probably 1,000 times. Just open up your mind. Forget everything you know and do what I tell you. Just pretend today is the first day in a company you just joined. This is the first day. You take a list, write everybody down. Don't prejudge, write everybody. When you did that, you have to make a goal for yourself. How many telephone calls a day you would make? Because you have to call them to ask for their opinion. Maybe you're going to call 5 times a day, and it's okay. Maybe you're going to call 20 times a day, and it's also okay. But always remember, if you made a goal to call 20 times a day, don't call 10. That ain't going to work. You have to call as many times you made a goal in your mind, because if you don't do that, you're lying to yourself, nobody else. You got to be very serious and disciplined in the business in order for you to be successful. After you write everybody down, before you start making any phone calls, first of all, you must believe in yourself. You know, Henry Ford said a long time ago, if you believe you can, or you believe you cannot, you're right in both situations. If you do believe you can do it, you're right because you can do it. And if you believe you cannot do it, you're also right. You have to trust your company. I don't care what business you are, what product you are into, you have to believe in it. I'm just going to give you an example. If you're in a health product, which a lot of people are, make sure you know you have a gift of life in your hands. You don't have a product, you have a gift of life. And everybody needs it, they just don't know it yet. So you have to believe so strong. You have to believe 100% at what you do, because if you believe 99, that 1 little percent, people gonna feel in a conversation, they're gonna see it in your eyes and they're not gonna follow you. So you have to believe 100%. That's another reason you should participate on all your trainings, conference calls, what company has to offer. And even though usually it's the same thing over and over again, but one day you're gonna hear something which you heard many times before. And finally, it's going to get through your thick scalp, like it's happened to me. And my business exploded, and I will never look back. When all those things are done, your list is done. By the way, list you have to build all your life in a network marketing business. I don't care how many years you're in a business. 1 month, a year, 10 years, or 30 years. I'm still building my list. Everywhere I go, everybody I talk to, I always try to get in a conversation and build a relationship. By the way, always remember, guys, network marketing always was, still is, and always will be business of relationship. This time when we can use internet, it's a great tool to build a relationship. I mean, you build a contact, then you call people and build a relationship. Then you ask them for an opinion. And you put those people in your list. So when you're ready to make a phone call, make sure you feel great. You know, when I make phone calls, I don't sit. I stand up. My wife and my daughter, when she used to live with us, because I have a 3-level house, and she used to laugh because I would walk around, down, up and down on the telephone talking to people. Well, guess what? They're not laughing anymore. The phone call must be very short. But you always have to ask people if they have a minute, because if somebody at work, some kind of affair, birthday party, whatever, celebrating, don't talk to them about the business. Ain't gonna work. They're not gonna hear you. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm calling to my friend Peter. Hi Peter, this is Mikhail. How you doing? How is your family? Great. Listen, do you have a minute? Great. Listen, I have to ask you for an opinion. Can you please do me a favor? You know, somebody introduced me to the business, and I think it's a great business for me. I think finally I'm going to be able to make good money. Peter, I know you're a great guy. You have a big lifetime experience. You're in the business. I mean, you're very successful. It's very important for me to hear your opinion. What do you think? This business is going to be good for me? Really I'm going to be able to make some money or not? Then I'm going to zip it. I'm not going to say a word until he going to respond. Let me tell you guys, everybody I spoke on the phone, all my friends, who I asked for their opinion, you know, none of them 100% didn't say no. Everybody offered me their opinion. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't sign everybody in the business, of course not. But everybody gave me an opinion. I mean, just think about it. I mean, what is network marketing? We have information in our hands. Whatever it is, product, business opportunity, marketing, it doesn't matter, it's all information. And this information, you need to put on the front as many people as you can. And if they heard that, the percent of your success will go through the roof. Again, in my opinion, and everything I told you, I mean, you see, I don't have no papers, I'm not reading anything, everything I'm telling you from my heart. That's exactly what I did. Somebody taught me a long time ago. And everything I'm telling you, I did it myself. I'm not going to say John or Stephanie or Sandy told me, because they made so much money in a company and this works. I'm telling you because I did it. And it's working. I'm an alive example. How many people do you know can recruit over 100,000 people in 6 months? In that previous company, in 6 months, I recruit myself personally 207 people, and altogether we recruit everybody else. Now, the reason we did that, you know, business, network marketing, it's business of duplication. Because guess what? People do what you do, not what you say. Now, I'm going to repeat that. People do what you do, not what you say. What it means, everything you do, they're going to do the same. So if you sponsor your first distributor, your first business partner in your project, they will do exactly the same what you did. Now, can you imagine when you have a couple people in your organization and everybody doing the same thing and everybody asking people's opinion? I mean, your business is going to explode. This is the information I would like to share with you. This is my gift to you. I hope you like it, and I hope it's going to take you to the top. and I'll see you there. Bye guys, good luck and God bless.